Good morning with everyone. As always, place the cross on first. One thing I'm gonna realize about lately, man, we've been having some weird weather. But you know, the Bible talks about in the last days, the seasons are gonna be out of whack. If this ain't out of whack, I don't know what it is. You know, the South is not normally get snow. And we got snow. And it lasted on the ground for about 5 days. I done got snow in Mobile, Alabama, when I was younger, and it probably lasted a day and be gone the next day. You won't even see it no more. But this was like, and then the thing is, it was snow everywhere except where the flames were in Hollywood. But anyway, as always, people, again, put your cross on first. You know, us as believers of the way, we're not going to be distracted by this. We're not going to be confused by this. We're not going to be like, oh, global warming. We're not going to use scientific explanations to explain the things that's going on, because God explained everything to us. So we won't be deceived. That came out of nowhere. Deceived. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. You know, I normally don't watch football for real. You know, years ago, I was getting into college football, die hard, and I was an Alabama fan. And I just saw how the fans acted, and I was like, man, you know what? Forget this. You know, and, you know, idolatry is dangerous. I ain't saying just because you watch football, you're an idolater. That's not what I'm saying. You know, I'm saying be careful out there. But also, you know, I watched the Super Bowl. I try to see commercials. I love commercials and different things, funny stuff. And the best commercial I saw, I only watched all the way to halftime, and I stopped, you know, see what it was all about, see what trickery they got going on. But the best commercial I saw was one about Jesus. I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa, they threw a Jesus commercial in here? We need Jesus? I was like, the best commercial they could ever put. I wonder who paid for that one. You know, glory be to God that we saw a commercial about Jesus. You know, but anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. You know, like I said, that doesn't mean you're an idolater, you know, because you watch football, you know. But I'm telling you this, don't let it rule you now. I gotta have it. Or don't worship it. Like, this is my team. You know, I love this team. That goes to anything, not just football. That goes for anything. That goes for pastors. Nobody don't say that. You know, a lot of Christians be up there, hey, you idolater. And they idolize pastors and men. Oh, and women. But you know, it's weird how these fake Christians point out everybody else's flaws and can't point out their own. Hypocrisy. Anyway, that's not even what I'm talking about today, but I'm talking about deceivers today. How do you stop being deceived? Let's read Psalm 58, people. Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, you sons of men? Yea, in heart you work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Let's read that again. In reality, we all are born sinners. We all are born in wickedness. But just think about this. In one of the New Testament verses, he said, these people are ordained to this calling. And guess what? They ordain judgment too. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. The serpent was a liar. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O God, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, these liars. Let them melt away as waters which run continually. When he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows, let them be as cut in pieces. As a snail which melteth, let every one of them pass away. Like the untimely birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. You remember, it's in the Old Testament. There was a child born. And God said he saw that child was going to be evil. And he took the child. That's a good thing. Most people are like, that's messed up. But think about taking something away before it can even become evil. He don't do that with everybody. I think he give everybody a chance. But some, he's like, I can't even let that child be born. That's why people shouldn't be aborting children. God knows. Shouldn't be aborting children. Before your pots can feel the thorns, he shall take them away as a whirlwind, both living and in his wrath. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a God that judgeth the earth. Let's read 58:5 again. Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming ever so slightly. There's a lot of charmers out there. A lot of them. Let's go to Timothy. But how do you stop this? The reality is, you his, he gonna stop it anyway. You don't even have to try. Second Timothy, starting with chapter 3. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. You know, he said, you must first pull the plank out of your brother's eye before you can move the speck out of your eye. One thing about reform in yourself, within oneself, you have to remove selfishness. But you can't do it. God's going to do it. Selfishness, you hear people all the time, rappers, I'm the GOAT. You even got pastors probably starting to call themselves the greatest of all times. The GOAT. Worshippers of themselves. That's a clear sign of demonic influence. Me. 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 Guess what? We all have been in that phase. It's all about me. It's about me. It's about me. When am I going to get a raise? When is this and that? Me. We love that me word. It's kind of crazy though, ain't it? But let me pause for a second, people.